Today, Precarious plays Resident Evil 4.
Do you really have to open that?
Hmm?
I mean, like, you can get through those bars. Look at your tiny ass. Look at your skinny
Yes,
buttons.
he would fit readily through that.
Maybe he just thinks he's gonna have to carry something through there. Like, maybe he needs to move a barrel.
But this is a little area that's supposed to help you defeat that guy, but Rock is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I like Rock. Just gonna put a hand on Rock right now. Thank you, Rock. Thank you.
I feel like you're giving it a fist bump. That's what it looks like.
Giving him the rock.
Giving him the rock. And now blow it up. Just.
Too bad we don't have fingers, so we can't woof like that. Hoo-yah!
Gosh, now don't you wish your laser did what those other lasers do?
Oh man!
That would just be great. Just
that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that the way lasers would work is to get through this crate, for example, and it'd have to be like buzz, 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 tink. Buzz, 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 tink, and then I have to do the other side, and I have to do that all the way up and all the way down.
I have to say, I do often envy scientists. They get to play with lasers and just everything. They get to play with everything. They get to play with everything. I mean, sure, they have to be, like, really specific in their field and find grant money, and it's a big pain, I'm sure, in many ways. But, like, people like my mom,
yeah,
she gets to go wander around, collect basically friendly pets, put them in boxes, and watch them.
yes.
And then she pins them. And sometimes she makes drawings of them. Ah! And then she files them.
Your recovery time is giving you away a bit. Oddette, I don't think
Are you faking it?
I don't think you think this game is very spooky scary.
I told you. We've talked about this. It's not spooky scary. It just gives me the booze sometimes. That was like...
Like, that was like mouth open, head back.
Well, for the sake of making a noise, because normally, because you know how you act differently when you know someone's watching, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to pretend like I act the same way all the time, but that is simply not true.
I'm much closer to that
Than me?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so that level of boo, it's not like I wasn't actually started. It's just more funny if I make like a grand noise.
That's
It's more
true.
fun. Like normally I would have been like maybe not even that. Just like a widening of the eyes and a tilt of the head. But you can't really hear that very well.
I will say that not having my focus 100% on the game does leave me much more open to the booze.
Yeah, like that one regenerator that legit snuck up on you.
Well, I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, like a garage door opened and it had a regenerator behind it, and you go, oh!
Oh, and I did my actual like startled where I was like, oh,
yeah,
oh.
Oh.
Like it was like a really strong oh. That's that is me at my most honest. That is my most honestly startled.
Oh yeah, but did I tell you my mom sent my tieta, not the tieta the other tieta on her side of the family. She sent her a birthday card. And that aunt of mine, she is just like always like she writes letters
Welcome.
like a person born in the era of letters, which she was, of course. Like she will write you.
She just writes letters like it's still the only way to communicate with people, and she likes to talk to people.
Yeah, well, and she does email too now, which is completely impressive to me because, as far as I know, she's 8,000 years old. But
Thank you.
Oh,
but anyways, so
Come back, Eddie.
and she's my mom's aunt, not my aunt. Right, so I don't even know how old she is, and she had a birthday recently. That's so sad. Oh well. The point is...
and now that's on the internet.
Oh. Well, the point is that she's earned her like respect level of age, like where you're like, I don't know how old you are, you're just old and I respect you for that. Like that's where it goes to. But anyways, the point is that she writes good, interesting letters and sends them out. Like she does that. She won't say, "Oh, the weather's peachy here and we had fun in Cancun. Love you, bye." It's like, I went and I read an interesting book that talked about this philosophy, and the other day I gathered with my friends at the library, and we did interesting things, and there was a party, and I saw your cousins, and blah 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 blah, and it's always just this tiny, precise handwriting, like, 'cause she handwrites them into little, like, postcard-sized things, but it has, like, oh, I don't know, like a college paper's worth of information on it. But anyways, they're fantastic, and my mom decided to write her back. My mom also likes to write letters, although she is less good at it, because, you know, one generation separation makes you less good at writing letters.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. One generation. Well, I'm terrible at writing letters. I can't even get out a postcard, so...
This is very true.
Like,
This is 100% real thing.
yeah, anyways, so, she...
That's good.
My aunt knows that my mom studies tingids, and she's always, you know, bringing it up in her letters and stuff like that. And my mom was like, you know, I don't think she's ever even seen one of my little guys, one of my little lace bugs. So my mom found a lace bug that she had duplicate samples of, and then, like, mounted it inside the card, and, like, put a little bit of foam so it didn't get too mushed. And then she found a picture of the species on the internet and printed out a thumbnail size one and stuck it to the card, and then put the scientific name and what it feeds on and all of this stuff. And all of that wonderful, just beautiful nerdiness. And she's like, and if you use a magnifying glass, this little speck that looks like a piece of dirt, if you use a magnifying on this, you might be able to see...
It's, in fact, its main optical receptor.
Yeah.
That's an eyeball.
Oh, no, the whole bug looks like a piece of... Like, sometimes I think that they look a lot like little flakes of pepper, because they're really cool, but they're so small. Like, they're, like, really about the size of a grain of ground pepper. Like, they're way tiny. And they're extremely intricate for how tiny they are. But yeah, so sometimes I envy all the scientists that get to fool around with fun stuff like that.
This game does one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Does one of my favorite things, and really, right now as I'm thinking about it, it's only bested by Dark Souls in this category.
Ooh.
It lets you... Yeah. This is a poor example just because I'm already on the island and you can't really... Like, there's not a whole lot around that I can make out for certain. But it lets you look off into the distance and see where you've been and where you're going.
Yeah, like the tower that we were looking at a while back. Remember the tower with the pit and the giants, and you were like, hey, look, there's the boss tower. We're gonna go over there. And then we were there. It was nice. Well, it wasn't nice, but...
And also on a grander scale, because you can look over into the distance and be like, ah, look, that's the castle. We were just in the castle. Oh, and I'm going to draw a castle. Oh, and it's a tower. There.
Dude, I hope you trace that, like, exactly.
I'll trace it as Yeah.
Just exactly. I want to see that castle.
It was a
you made.
house. It was a house, not a castle.
Well, if you add more windows, it'll look like a castle.
Well, it had just a very traditional, like very strong roof.
No, whatever.